Pwede yan.
Tagalog tayo? Ano?
Naghahanap po kami na may interview.
Naghanap ko kami may interview.
So here in University of Makati, we can notice a lot of students using their gadgets, especially cell phones. Wala silang cellphone. But we'll be looking for students who are currently using their phones. At itatry po namin mag-interview ng ilan sa kanila. University of Makati to know more about People Media inside its campus.
People media refers to persons that are involved in the use, analysis, evaluation, and production of media and information. Three kinds of people media. One is people's media and people in media. In people's media, they are the people who are well-oriented to media sources and able to provide reliable sources. Next, people in media. They are the media itself. They are the people who provide information coming from their expert knowledge. There are the journalist, news reporter, and radio commentator. Under the people as media, there are opinion leaders who are highly exposed to and actively using media. Next, citizen journalists. There are the people without professional journalism, but they can use the tools of modern technology and internet to create fact-check media. Next, social journalists. They are the journalists who are using social media to make their content available to more people. And lastly, the crowdsourcing, a practice of obtaining needed services, ideas, or content by soliciting contributions from a large group of people, especially from online communities.
Media and information literacy is a core study that we all must acquire. So today, we'll be having crash interviews of our media people here in University of Makati.
Here we go.
Hello po, good afternoon. So, napansin po namin may hawak po kayong cellphone. Gaano po ka-importante yung gadget na ito sa pag-aaral ng isang estudyante?
Actually, this gadget right now is very important for me. Why? Because right now I am reading the PowerPoint regarding our thesis for our subject economics. And I need my gadget so I can view the PowerPoint since I have no hard copy. And it would cost me a lot of money to print this. And it's very important to my studies. That's all, I think.
Thank you so much.
My name is Mark Rizin Anthony from grade 12
Under what standard?
Humanities and Social Sciences.
So, we're gonna ask you some few questions, or just a question about media and information literacy. So, why do you think is it important to be media and information literate?
Kasi ngayon, we're facing the age of information. According to Howard Gardner, if I'm not mistaken, this century faces myriads of challenges. So, including yung social media information kung na-filter ba or not. Since we're facing infowhelm na tawag or information overwhelmed na lahat tayo yung this century overloaded na tayo na information. So as 21st century learner at yung importance ng pagiging media and information literate is magagamit natin yun kung paano i-filter, kung ano lang i-accept natin information. Dahil nga, information generally is it's either fact or opinion. So, anything na lumalabas sa bibig mo is an information. So, it's up to you. It's up to you kung paano mo siya i-filter at gamit ng media and information literacy in any platforms of social media. Ma-filter natin agad yung information na natatanggap natin at kung ano lang yung dapat nating paniwalaan at anong dapat nating i-omit na paniwalaan.
And so, follow-up question ko, how can you avoid fake information and fake news?
There are three things to consider you're going to ask me. So, number one is awareness. So, as the 21st century learner and dapat you should be aware of sources, kung ano yung mga renowned sources when it comes to getting information. Number two, you must have the sense of validation. So, since you know naman na kung ano na yung mga sources, dapat alam mo rin kung paano mag-validate ng mga information na pumapasok dun sa sources na alam mo. And pangatlo, since rampant yung fake information di lang sa bansa natin, all over the world, probably. So, ang tawag doon, self-discipline din, yun yung pinakamahalaga, self-discipline. Kasi doon naman nag-root yung pagkalat niya at yung path reduce mo. So if ever you have discipline within yourself, kaya mo ma-omit o ma-filter lahat ng mga information nun at alam mo kung totoo ba ito o hindi.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Back to you!
Hi, ma'am. I'm Dawn. And I'm Adriana. We're from grade 12 Media, and we're here to ask you some questions. Are you aware of the media literacy?
Yes, I'm aware.
Why do you think it is important to be media literate?
For me, it is important to be media literate because it is for the future, like in work, in school, and in global society.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ay, wait na, kuya. Ano po, di ba, since you are a social media influencer, kaya nga, kuya, very active ka po sa HSU page. Ano pong masasabi niyo sa lahat ng gumagamit ng social media?
Kasi ako kasi ang social media kasi, di ba, yun yung ginagamit sa pag-araw-araw, di ba? In using present age, di ba? Kasi sa panahon kasi, wala kasing group page eh. Di ba? Ay sa kanila kasi, wala silang social media eh. Yung mga 90s, 80s, di ba? Kahit panahon pa ni Rizal na wala pang social media din eh. Kaya ang nagsimula sa example ang Facebook, nag-invento ni Mark Zuckerberg to 2004, di ba? So, ano kayang bisa ng Facebook? Para yan ang mga information or posts na para ganun ang mundo, di ba? Ang social media kasi kung wala kang signal, wala kang social media, di ba? Kaya ang social media kasi marami kasing process, di ba? Kasi ang kailangan kasi dito ng mga process, di ba? Ng mga products kung anong ginagawa, di ba? Kung anong dapat sa yun eh. Kasi example, ng mga estudyante, di ba? Hirap tanongin eh kung kailan enrollment na kailan ano. Hindi kasi kailan magtanong sa kapitbahay, kailan pumunta ng school para sa update, para sa ibang update, di ba? Kaya nagpo-post sila sa mga social media para hindi sila mahirapan eh, di ba? Okay, kailan pasokan, di ba? Yan, doon sa social media sila magtatanong, di ba? Kung kailan nung example, first break, doon sila magtatanong, hindi yung dati kasi pag wala pa social media, pupunta sila sa school para sa or na sa orientation para dun sa di ba? Tapos lista mo na lang, tapos natanong lang sa kapitbahay about dun sa mga sinasabing tungkol sa information, di ba? Kaya ang social media kasi, yun ang layunin para sa mga yun ang mga komunidad para sa mga tao, di ba? Na ginagawa sa pang-araw-araw di ba?
Thank you, Kuya. May follow-up question po. Ano po yung message niyo sa lahat ng gumagamit ng social media?
Ulit-ulit naman.
Iwasan na lang magbuyat
Ayun, iwasan mo, Kuya. Sa mga fans mo po, Kuya.
Tsaka sa mga social media, di reminder hindi lang puro buong maghapon social media Dapat kasi may time ka lang sa example sa mga bahay nyo. Dapat may time ka gumawa sa mga gawaing bahay, di ba? Hindi lang puro social media lang. Ikaw pagtulog, pagpuyan, social media, pag-isang umaga social media. Hindi yung tama yun Ang problema sa social media kasi, ang gadget kasi, more on radiation kasi kaya nakasama sa mga kalusugan di ba? Kaya ang sa mga followers kasi,
Sa followers mo, Kuya.
thank you po sa sumusuporta.
Because a lie can travel halfway
Wala kang special
around the
message.
world, while the truth is putting in its shoes. Funny thing about that, there's reason to doubt that Mark Twain ever said this at all, thus ironically proving the point. And to date, for the information. It's also considered a form of circular reporting when multiple publications report on the same initial piece of false information, which then appears to another author as having been verified by multiple sources. For instance, the 1998 publication of a single pseudoscientific paper arguing that routine vaccination of children causes autism inspired an entire anti-vaccination movement, despite the fact that the original paper has repeatedly been discredited by the scientific community. Deliberately unvaccinated children are now contracting contagious diseases that had been virtually eradicated in the United States, with some infections proving fatal. In a slightly less dire example, satirical articles that are formatted to resemble real ones can also be picked up by outlets not in on the joke. For example, a joke article in the reputable British Medical Journal entitled "Energy Expenditure in Adolescents Playing New Generation Computer Games" has been referenced in serious science publications over 400 times. User-generated content such as wikis are also a common contributor to circular reporting. As more writers come to rely on such pages for quick information, an unverified fact in a wiki page can make its way into a published article that may later be added as a citation for the very same wiki information, making it much harder to debunk. Recent advances in communication technology have had immeasurable benefits in breaking down the barriers between information and people. but our desire for quick answers may overpower the desire to be certain of their validity. And when this bias can be multiplied by billions of people around the world nearly instantaneously, more caution is in order. Avoiding sensationalist media, searching for criticisms of suspicious information, and tracing the original source of a report can help slow down a lie, giving the truth more time to put on its shoes. How do you know what's happening in your world? The amount of information just a click away may be limitless, but the time and energy we have to absorb and evaluate it is not. All the information in the world won't be very useful unless you know how to read the news. To your grandparents, parents, or even older siblings, this idea would have sounded strange. Only a few decades ago, news was broad-based. Your choices were limited to a couple of general interest magazines and newspapers of record, and 3 or 4 TV networks, where trusted newscasters delivered the day's news at the same reliable time every evening. But the problems with this system soon became apparent as mass media spread. While it was known that authoritarian countries controlled and censored information, a series of scandals showed that democratic governments were also misleading the public, often with media cooperation. Revelations of covert wars, secret assassinations, and political corruption undermined public faith in official narratives presented by mainstream sources. This breakdown of trust in media gatekeepers led to alternative newspapers, radio shows, and cable news competing with the major outlets and covering events from various perspectives. More recently, the internet has multiplied the amount of information and viewpoints, with social media, blogs, and online video turning every citizen into a potential reporter. But if everyone is a reporter, nobody is, and different sources may disagree not only on opinions, but on the facts themselves. So how do you get the truth, or something close? One of the best ways is to get the original news unfiltered by middlemen. Instead of articles interpreting a scientific study or a politician's speech, you can often find the actual material and judge for yourself. For current events, follow reporters on social media. During major events such as the Arab Spring or the Ukrainian protests, newscasters and bloggers have posted updates and recordings from the midst of the chaos. Though many of these later appear in articles or broadcasts, keep in mind that these polished versions often combine the voice of the person who was there with the input of editors who weren't. At the same time, the more chaotic the story, the less you should try to follow it in real time. In events like terrorist attacks and natural disasters, today's media attempts continuous coverage even when no reliable new information is available, sometimes leading to incorrect information or false accusations of innocent people. It's easy to be anxious in such events, but try checking for the latest information at several points in the day.
Information literacy is a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. Information literacy also is increasingly important in the contemporary environment of rapid technological change and proliferating information resources. Because of the escalating complexity of the environment, individuals are faced with diverse, abundant information choices in their academic studies, in the workplace, and in their personal lives. Information is available through libraries, community resources, special interest organizations, media, and the internet. And increasingly, information comes to individuals in unfiltered formats, raising questions about its authenticity, validity, and reliability. In addition, information is available through multiple media, including graphical, oral, and textual. These pose new challenges for individuals in evaluating and understanding it. The uncertain quality and expanding quantity of information pose largest challenges for society. The sheer abundance of information will not in itself create a more informed citizenry without a complementary cluster of abilities necessary to use information effectively.